Hi everyone, and welcome to my weekly tarot card reading for all zodiac signs. I put the sign I'm reading at the top of the video so you can easily scroll through and find the sign you're looking for. Now remember, this is a general reading, though I sometimes get specific messages for someone who needs to hear them, so be patient, as some weeks may resonate for you and others may not. I'd also recommend looking at both your sun and ascendant sign, if you know what that is. Also, this is a great opportunity to try and use your own intuition when I show the cards, to see what message you get for yourself. It's great practice. For that, I'd recommend pausing the video and sitting quietly to see what resonates for you when you're looking at the cards. I'd love to hear what comes up for you, so let me know in the comments below. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started with our weekly reading. And this week I am using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And we're going to start off with Aries. Let's see what we have going on for you, Aries, this week. Okay, Aries. So this is definitely a work or career focused week for you. I feel like Aries, you are really trying to work hard to gain recognition, or maybe you're looking at a promotion, or you have your sights set on something. And there may be a skill that you need to learn to get there. And maybe this is how you feel. You know you're not qualified, but I feel this determination. So it's really taking on from last week of, I believe last week you had a determined week as well, but you are continuing that path. You may have to take a course to learn a new skill, or there's something that you need to learn to do or really work hard at to achieve your goals. So I feel like now that you have your sights set on what you want to do, now you have to figure out how you're going to do it, and what you need to do to add that skill set or refine your work. Even those of you who are artists, you may have to really refine your art in some way to be able to get in a gallery or something like that. But for most of you, it is all about just taking the classes, learning. You may have to take a course, learning the skills you need to do so that you can move forward in that direction. You may have actually at this point in time a mentor that comes into your life and helps guide you to the right steps to take for this path, because I feel like you're now really ready to make it happen. Whereas you might have thought of it before and maybe had something in the back of your mind that you wanted to do, but you weren't sure what it was. But now you know what you're lacking. That's what the key here is. So you're aware of what you're lacking in order to achieve this goal you want. But you know that it's just a skill that you can learn. To me, it's something that you can achieve by working hard at. And now you're actually saying, I can be successful in this if I just put in the hard work. You know, it's great to say I want to be XYZ, whatever it is you want to be in your life. But unless you actually take the hard work and come to that term that nothing comes easy, even though sometimes it seems like that for people, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes with people. Some people are really driven and they want to put in the hard work. That's you, Aries. You're going to want to put in the hard work this week, or at least start on that path of what it is that you need to do. So very clear cut this week, Aries, for you. I find that this deck is pretty clear cut anyway, so no messing around here. All right, now we're going to move on to Taurus. What do we have going on for you, Taurus, this week? Okay, Taurus, this week I feel like there's some sort of hunch that you have. I feel like it's an intuitive hunch, and it's almost like you know you have the answer to something and it will manifest for you. It's like you have the answer. So maybe some people are looking for advice from you and you're going to have that answer to help them achieve something. or help yourself achieve something, because I feel like you are going to come into more financial rewards. So for some of you, Taurus, you may be asked to be a consultant for a project, and that's going to offer you more money. There's a new beginning here. There may be a shift in your career as well, but it's in a consulting role. So some of you may be just getting out of your regular career and moving to be a consultant or do some part-time work. Some of you may even be looking at starting your own business. So it's a whole new way to earn money for you, Taurus. But I feel like it's driven on something that you already know. It's knowledge already gathered. So you're an expert in the field of some sort here where people are going to want to come to you for advice. And that's a new way of earning money for you. But it's based on things you already know. It's based on your intuitive skills and knowledge you've already gathered. It could also be a career that you've never thought about before. You've always had it in you, and now all of a sudden it's coming to light. It's coming up and out into the world, and you may have that aha moment, that light bulb moment that says, this is what I want to do now. And it's a new beginning. It's a new earning potential for you, Taurus. It's very exciting because I feel like you're going to have the answers for people. It's just lovely because it's putting you in this needed space. People need you. People understand the wisdom that you have to offer. And it will be opening up a whole new portal for you in regards to financial gains and earnings for your lifestyle. So I feel like you won't be dependent on anybody else except yourself. And that's why I'm feeling this feeling of consulting or starting up a business. You're depending on yourself now versus others or a company to give you the financial security you're looking for. It's now up to you. So it's very exciting week for you, dear Taurus. Okay, now we're going to move on to Gemini. Let's see what we have going on for you, Gemini. Okay, Gemini. I feel like this week you're going to have some sort of decision because I feel like you have choices this week, but they're all good choices to make. I feel like you're weighing your options and which way you're going to be successful. What do you need to do to be successful? And I feel like this week, so far for the signs that I'm doing, I feel there's a lot of intuition opening up for people. But you yourself are going to feel like you have to count on something besides facts to make this decision. So normally if you take out a spreadsheet and you line up the pros and cons, not anymore. Now you're thinking, I know what the facts are, but now the fuzzy stuff, the fuzzy intuitive stuff that you need to really tap into this week. And it might be hard for you, Gemini, this week because normally you are basing your decision on facts and information that's coming in. And this week, it sort of feels funny to you because there's another side of your brain that you have to work with, the other side of your being. You can't go and get information from somewhere. It's all internal. And believe it or not, Gemini, you have that internal intuitive knowledge. And a lot of it is you trying to find the information out in the world. This time you need to tap in to your own intuition. Now, I also see here that in a love situation, there may be a standoff between you and your partner in regards to something that you're trying to accomplish. It's like there are choices to be made for each of you, and nobody's willing to make the first move. Now, when I say that make the first move, it could be that maybe you have feelings for somebody else, and they have feelings for you, but you're unsure and they're unsure, so you're just not making the moves this week. That's what I'm getting from this is there just may be a standoff where somebody's got to make the move and nobody wants to this week. Neither of you want to. In regards to an established partnership, it could be that you've had an argument or maybe a disagreement or maybe you just can't see eye to eye and you're sort of just leaving it alone for now. You're not going to address it. You're not going to fight about it. You're not actually going to even do anything about it. It's there, but it's not something that you want to tackle this week. It's not important to you this week. Or you could be important to both of you, and that's why you're not touching it, because you're keeping your stance. You're just standing put. I feel that for you, and I feel like not a lot of action is going to happen this week because neither of you are going to address it or deal with it. It's almost like, you know what? We can't come to an agreement. We're agreeing to disagree. Let's just move on from this. And you're just not gonna keep opening that wound because right now it's not gonna get solved in that respect. So I'm getting a few different messages for you, Gemini, in this reading here. So hopefully one of these applies to you, and remember, this is a general reading, but that's what I'm feeling for this week for you. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to Cancer. Let's see what we have going on for you, Cancer, this week. Okay, Cancer, for you, I feel like there's some sort of resistance this week where you might have had an idea, but you didn't realize that this idea has a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of work to be done. It's a great idea, whatever this is, but now you're rethinking it. I'm not sure if I'm up to this task. I don't know that I can handle this. There's that feeling of being unsure of what you've gotten yourself into. That's what I keep feeling here is, what have I gotten myself into here? I took on all this responsibility, but I'm just not sure I really want to carry it out. You're making the decision now with what you should do and how you should move forward. You may be needing to talk to someone about this, so if it is in a work-related scenario, you may have to talk to a boss or coworker. I feel like you need to externalize this feeling, Cancer. You may be holding it in and thinking about, I'm not sure I really want to go through with this, or I'm not ready for this responsibility, or I just don't feel motivated anymore to do this. And it may be something that you've really started, but now you're not sure how you're going to complete it. And I feel like for you, this is an eye-opener to how you're going to move forward and how you need to change whatever it is you've started. There's a big transformational energy here that says, if this isn't what you want to do, you need to be honest about it before you can move forward. And it's weighing on you. It's like you thought you wanted something and now all of a sudden you're not so sure anymore. That's the whole entire feeling I'm getting from this pretty strongly, Cancer. And I feel like you need to talk to somebody about it. I think that will help you open up. Even if you're younger and you've gone to school for something and your parents paid for your college and you were so set on this degree and now you're thinking, nah, it's not really something I want, but I have to tell my parents. And I'm not sure how they're going to react to it. It's really not for me. And I know they expect that of me, but it's really not something I want to do. It's that type of energy. If you're already in an established job and you've been working hard at something or even a project, it just may not feel right. And I feel like this was based on your idea, like changing your mind. Like this started off with you gung-ho at some point, and now you're thinking, yeah, I'm not sure anymore. I'm just not sure. So the advice here for you, Cancer, is just to be honest. If this does apply to you, remember this is a general reading, but if it does apply to you, this is a reason why these messages are coming up. If it does apply to you, this means that you need to communicate this change of heart with someone. Now, this could also be in a relationship as well. You might have been thinking that this was the relationship for you, but it's been a lot of hard work. It's been a lot of struggle for you. And, you thought it was going to be a good relationship, but yeah, not so crazy about it anymore. You need to tell that person what you're feeling in a nice way. I mean, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but there's this crossroads I'm feeling from you, Cancer, this week of, do I go forward and finish this, or do I change entirely? And that is entirely up to you. So give it some thought, and I feel like talking to somebody would be very helpful here for you, Cancer. Okay, now we're going to move on to Leo. Leo's ready. Card just came flying out just like that. Okay, Leo, for you, I feel like there's something that you're not understanding about your gifts this week. You have something to offer, Leo, and this week you can't see it. I feel like you're out there doing your thing, but you're not appreciating the gifts that you're bringing to others. I feel like it's just not satisfying to you right now. You may just not be satisfied and feeling like I need someone to tell me that I'm doing a good job. I need my boss to tell me I'm doing a good job. I need my partner to appreciate the hard work I'm putting in. And I feel like right now it's this week for you. I just want that acknowledgement. Because I feel like if you get that acknowledgement, you are gonna feel great. You just need to feel appreciated this week. And the advice here is just keep doing what you're doing. But do it in a way that you're not just doing it because you want to get the recognition. Do it because it's something that you love to do, or it's part of your life's work, or it is something that you have skill in. Just keep getting up every day and keep moving forward. And you will be surprised how gratifying that is. And remember, Leo, you don't always need someone else's approval to feel gratified. And if you are looking for that, the advice here is saying stop it. Be satisfied with what it is that you do for yourself. You don't necessarily need the recognition. And I feel like if you do that, you will get the recognition. If that makes any sense. So let me see if I can word it another way, because that may be confusing for some people. If you do your work, if you do whatever it is that you do, and if you're not working, it's whatever it is that gets you up every day. If you take care of your family, so if it's not a traditional work environment, if you take care of your family, and maybe taking care of your family, you're feeling like I'm doing so much for my family and nobody appreciates what I do. It's that kind of feeling. But the message here is you're doing it because you love it. If you're in a job and you're not getting recognition, you're in that job because you love it, or you're skilled in it, or it's your life's work. It's something that you're doing. Here is where you need to realize that it is your life's work. Get up, do it. Take care of your children if that's what you do during your day. Take care of your family members. If, say, you're in a nursing profession, because I feel healing here as well. So you may be helping people who are sick or elderly. There's something about this field that you're helping, and it just feels like it doesn't come back to you. The message here is that you keep doing what you're doing, but pat yourself on the back. Give yourself that satisfaction of I'm doing a good job and I know it. And I feel good when I'm doing this because I love the people I'm taking care of. I love the job that I'm doing. I love the family that I've created. Embrace what you're doing because that's what you're doing. I mean, you're driven in that career or that occupation or that livelihood. That's what you're driven to do. But realize that you're there in that position because you're so good at it. And remember that it is that is going to bring you the satisfaction. And once you can appreciate yourself for what you have done, you're going to be amazed at all the people around you who are going to give that back to you. You're going to start feeling appreciated from others. People are going to say, thank you so much. You know what? I really appreciate everything that you do for me. I appreciate all the hard work you've put in. So, you know, whether it's coming from your boss or coming from your family or people you're taking care of, they will start to see that because you are doing it because you love doing it, and then you'll be appreciated. So hopefully that makes sense. I see it very clearly in my mind, and I hope I'm communicating that properly to you, so you can hear it. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Virgo. Let's see what we have going on for you, Virgo, this week. These both want to come out. Okay, Virgo, this is time now. This might be a tough week for you. Whether there's a loss this week for you, this could be a loss of someone in your family. This could be a loss of a job. This could be an elder, like a parent or a grandparent, because I'm feeling that as well, that maybe it's time for them to pass. Or they're just crossing. They're just getting ready to cross. I feel like for you, it is all about realizing the greater picture in life and the cycle of life. There is something that is going to be around you. There are people that are around you from the other side this week that are helping you through this. If this does apply to you, now this is very specific, It's the first thing that came up for me. It's all about people protecting you. But I feel like for some of you, if this is a loss, there are people on the other side protecting you. So that's just very specific, and I'm going to go general here for more people here. There could be an insecurity this week for you and feeling that, how am I going to make it through? I don't know what I have in my life. It's that feeling I'm getting, like, what do I have in my life that I can offer? And let me tell you something, Virgo, you have a lot to offer. And if you can't see it, if this reading is resonating with you, remember this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but I'm feeling this feeling that if this does resonate with you and you're feeling like, what do I have to offer? I just don't understand. Every time I think I'm doing the right thing, or I just don't know how to feel good about myself. Like, it's a very self-conscious week for you, where you're just feeling unsure of yourself. This is where you have to tap in and go inward and realize everything that you are blessed with. You have a lot to offer. So if this does resonate with you and you're just feeling like, I don't know what it is that I have to offer in my life, there is a lot. You just have to look and you have to feel into it. For those of you who resonate with this, I would say do a grateful journal where you write things down that you're grateful for. There is something that you're learning from this particular experience. If you're going through this right now, Virgo, there is definitely something you're learning, and you will become wiser for this experience. You will become more knowledgeable in life's journeys. You know, life takes its journeys. Sometimes you have your ups and sometimes you have your downs, but both scenarios help you in life. You can't have one without the other. If everything was great, you wouldn't realize how great it was until you had some sort of loss or something wasn't great. And then when you see something happening on the other side, you think, wow, this is great, because I know what not great looks like. And every one of us has to go through that, I know what not great looks like. So for some of you, you might have even lost a job, or there's some sort of loss going on. I feel like there's missing too. There is a missing for something in your life that helped guide you. You could just be moving on. You could be just moving on from one place to another, because I'm feeling that now too, is you could actually be moving. And if you're moving to another place, there's a loss of that place. And that's where you don't know how you fit in. Like, how am I going to move forward? I don't know what I'm really doing here. It's that type of feeling for you, Virgo, this week. It's whether it's a loss of a person, a loss of a job, a loss of a place that you're living. And there's always new on the other side, right? When one door closes, another one opens. It's like you're going through this portal right now, Virgo, where you're going from the old to the new. The old to the new is what I keep seeing very strongly, the old to the new. It could even be an old relationship ending, but you might not have that new relationship yet, but it's on its way. You have to finalize something before someone else can enter. And you know, sometimes the journey is just, it's not very linear. A lot of times you think, in your brain, you think, okay, has to happen, and why isn't this opening up? Like, why isn't this door opening up? It's still locked, it's still locked. Because they're still finalizing something you're finalizing in your own self-concept and self-awareness. So very complicated though. I hope I explained that for you, Virgo, well. Again, it's sort of specific, so if this doesn't apply to you, hang on. Next week it might be. Also look at your ascendant sign as well. Okay, let's move on to Libra. Let's see what we have going on for you, Libra, this week. Yeah, both of these want to come out. Okay, Libra, this is an exciting week. It's interesting because I feel like you're really happy this week. You're looking around your life. This is how I'm visioning this, is you're looking around your life and you're appreciating everything that you have or that you've built. You're very happy with the way your life is taking form. So it's that appreciation week. You know, those weeks where you just appreciate everything that you have, and you might have not noticed it before. But, you know, if you have your family and you're sitting in a room and you're watching your family, and it's like you're now the observer saying, wow, look at the family that I have. Look at the children that I've raised. I'm so proud of them. Look at the husband that I have, or wife that I have, or partner that I have. Look at the people in my life who bring me joy. Look at the career I've built. Look at everything that you have. And even if it's just look at my dog that I have, or my cat, or whatever. It's all about appreciating what you have in your life that is emotionally gratifying, because that's the key here. It's that it's emotionally gratifying to you, the things that you have. So that's why I'm going towards people. This could also be things. Look at the house I have. Look at the car that I drive. Look at what I've established in my life. Look at the friends that I have. You know, you're just in that mode. But here's the kicker. There's always a kicker, right? The kicker here is that you want to hold on to it and you don't want it to change. I feel like there's this thing going on with you that, you know, you're resisting thinking about changing. For example, if you're looking at your family and you're sitting around in the room and you're watching your children, but you know one is going off to college or one is leaving the nest and you don't want it to change. Your baby's grown up and now things are going to change. You might become an empty nester and you don't want that to happen. Or you're in your home that you've been in for 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, and you have so many memories in this home and you're selling your home and you don't want to sell it. You know, it's really hard for you because you want to hold on to it. Even though you're going to sell it because you need to move on, you're struggling with that. So these are examples I'm trying to come up with here for you, for this feeling that I'm feeling. It's all about, you know, embracing the change in life and going with the flow, because I'm hearing that as well for you, Libra. It's going with the flow. If there are changes that need to happen, you have to go with the flow and know that there's another stage for you. This is the next stage. Now, you could be in that early stage where you just moved into a new house and you're so excited about it and it's just wonderful, but your mind keeps going to, but I don't want to lose this. So you're jumping ahead of it. If it's something new for you, you're jumping ahead of it, and you should just enjoy it and know that, you know, change is always going to happen and it's okay because there's a new journey and, you know, you readjust to the new dynamic in your life. So it's a great, great week for you, though, of that feeling. I love that feeling that I get from you, Libra. Okay, now we're going to move on to Scorpio, and let's see what we have for you, Scorpio, this week. Wow, Scorpio. So far, I think you have the best reading. This is a successful week for you. You are feeling this gratification for everything that you have as well, sort of like Libra. So some of you may have a Libra, Scorpio something, because the energy is continuing here for Scorpio. I feel like it's just a wonderful week. I mean, I can't even say anything that could be a tricky here for this week. So enjoy this week, Scorpio, because you are going to be surrounded by family. You're going to be surrounded by fun. You are going to feel solid, secure, blessed. You are going to be enjoying your week. This is a really, really good week. You may actually even have vacation this week, possibly, where you're with people that you love and you're having a great time. I just feel this childhood wonderment about you this week, like you're playing. You just can't think of anything negative this week. And I love this feeling for you, Scorpio, because you're the first one to really look under the covers and say, yeah, but what's really going on here? And I feel like this week, you're not even doing that. You're just enjoying yourself this week. You're having fun. You're with people you love. You feel good. You couldn't ask for a better reading. You feel solid and secure and grounded this week. And you're not worried about money. You're not worried about feelings. You're not worried about relationships with other people. You know, all of those little nickety things that everybody thinks about in the back of their mind at one point or another during the day or during the week. Not you. This week, you're just going to get up and you're going to fly. You know, so just for me feeling that word fly, maybe you are going on vacation. So maybe you are taking a plane somewhere, because I take all the words I say seriously when I am in a reading like this. So it is a wonderful feeling. There may be even, I feel, grandchildren here too. So for some of you, you may be actually going to see a grandchild or see somebody that you love that maybe could be far away here, or a family member, or even like a niece or nephew, somebody in the family. Young, I'm feeling young too. And again, that's pretty specific, but they're excited to see you, you're excited to be there, you're excited to be part of their lives. Because for some of you, I feel like you're gonna go be with your family, maybe that you haven't seen in a while either. And now Disney World just came up for me, so some of you may be actually going to Disney World. That's very specific, so just have to say what I feel. But all in all, this is a wonderful week. I think you've gotten the lottery this week. Scorpio, this is a great week for you. You're just enjoying, and I don't even want to stop feeling this energy because it's lovely. So enjoy the week, Scorpio. It is wonderful for you. I can't even go on because there's nothing else. It's just great. Okay, now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Let's see what we have going on for you, Sagittarius, for this week. Okay, Sagittarius, for some of you, this is what has come up right away for me. For some of you, there is a thing with work where you might not be necessarily fitting in or getting along with your coworkers, and you might have found out that somebody maybe tried to stab you in your back, or tried to, take over your position, or tried to, put you under the bus, as they say. There is something going on, and this came up right away. It's not going to apply to everyone, so I will get into more general things, but I have to say what I see exactly when I put down the cards. There's something where it's the straw that broke the camel's back. You're thinking, I need to go get a new job. I need to leave this, forget all these people behind. But here's where I just want to give you a warning. Sometimes if you're not dealing with the situation, you will go to a new place and you'll get the same type of people. Or there'll be someone who represents that person that you wanted to get away from. So my first inkling is to say, figure out how to deal with this person while you're here. If this does apply to you, if there is somebody who is just not being a good person that you work with, try to manage it on your own. You're not going to change the person necessarily, but try to really dig deep and figure out what it is that's pushing your buttons. Why are they pushing your buttons? Why do you feel the way you feel with this person in your life? It could be just a karma thing that you have to go through, but I always feel that, and I see it time and time again, when people aren't dealing with it and they leave the company, they go to a new company, and it's the same type of scenario that happens again. It's a different person. It may even be a different gender person, but it's the same storyline. And I feel like that's because the work hasn't been done. It's easy to just walk away and say, you know what, I can't deal with this right now. I'm out of here. Just remember that it might come back in this new journey that you're going to. So that was very specific. That's just for one or two of you. Have to say it. But on a general note for you, this is all about how you relate with other people. It's all about relationships with you this week, Sagittarius. And I feel like it's in a group scenario. So it may be with your partner, but it may be with your partner around other people. It could be when you're out with your partner in a social setting. How are they relating to you? Do they always kind of, say something in front of other people that bother you? It's that passive aggressive comes out when you're around other people. Like, is someone that you're relating with unhappy? It's that type of feeling that I'm getting this week. Now, if you're in a work scenario, again, like I said earlier, there may be some competitiveness in your work scenario. So you may be competing with someone else. And it doesn't have to even be like competing for a job. Like if there is a job opening and you have a couple people competing, there's someone that you feel is competition to you, and how you're dealing with that. And I feel like it's based on your own emotional triggers of what your triggers are in your life, and I feel like they're there to expose your insecurities to yourself, because I feel like for this week you need to really understand what it is that triggers you and why, and understand from your point of view, not projecting onto the other person to say, you know what, you do this and you do this all the time, but it's how you're internalizing it, how you're taking it. It's like the whole thing of if someone tells you a joke and you think it's not funny, but the person says that same joke to someone else and they think it's funny. Well, why don't you think it's funny? Like, what is it that's turning you off about that joke, whereas someone else finds the humor in it? It's that. It's like, what is triggering you that makes you feel like, why are you always being so passive aggressive, or why are you competing with me all the time? It's really you that's worried about something. So this week for me, the message I'm getting is to tap into what it is that's triggering you and understand how you can get past that, because I feel like once you do that, you're going to be free. You're going to feel free. And you have to understand your own psyche first and foremost, because that's how you maneuver around the world. It's all from your point of view. It's your perspective. That's why so many people have different perspectives, because it's how they perceive it. And that's your lesson this week, dear Sagittarius. Okay, now we're going to move on to Capricorn. Let's see what we have going on for you, Capricorn, this week. Okay, Capricorn, you also got a great week. So I think you and Scorpio now are going to be tied. First of all, I have to say, for some of you who are looking for relationships, you're ready. You're ready to embark on a new relationship. If you've had a breakup in the past, that's over and you've had your time and now you're ready for a new relationship, Capricorn. I feel like you know what you want, Capricorn, and you know how you're going to get it, or you don't know how you're going to get it, but you know what you want. I feel like you're ready to bring someone in your life that matches you. So some of you have been in a relationship possibly that just wasn't a good fit. You didn't really see eye to eye, but you had some work to do with the person. You had a family to raise, or you had something to do with them that they needed to be in your life for that particular reason. But I feel like right now you're ready to embark on a new journey. You're ready to embark on a new relationship. And I feel like if you are looking for a relationship, now not everybody here listening to this will be looking for a new relationship, but if you are, this person will be shown to you because you're ready. It's like you're walking in the world thinking, I'm ready for a fresh start, but it's not a forced feeling. Sometimes if you force that feeling, nobody will show up and you go, why isn't anyone showing up? I'm ready. But you're not really ready. And that's what it's confusing for a lot of people, because in their brain, they're fake it till you make it, you know? I'm saying I'm ready, so something should manifest. But karmically, you're not ready. But this is saying that you're ready for a new beginning. Now, obviously, relationship isn't going to be on everybody's mind this week. If you are in an existing relationship, there's a new beginning in your relationship. There's something that is connecting you both, and it could be a new experience that you're having together that's connecting you both. Maybe you're traveling or doing something you've never done together before, and you find out that, wow, we're really good at this. Some of you, and this is very specific again, but I see two people like in a race, or you have to partner with your partner in a race or some kind of event, and it may be just for fun, but you're realizing that we're really good at this together. This is wonderful. Like, let's start maybe doing this on weekends. Let's just start doing this activity together, because that could be happening to you as well. I feel like you have a lot of energy this week to make things happen, and you're enjoying that you're doing that today, now. You're making things happen. You're enjoying, and you're living life. Because I feel this propensity to live life, you know, enjoying every day and taking new adventures and reveling in that. Whether you're with someone or not with someone, as a partner, it doesn't matter, because you're enjoying life. And that's why I'm saying that karmically you may be ready for someone because you're enjoying life, somebody's going to be shown to you because you're enjoying your life. It's like law of attraction, which I've talked about before, but I live that in my day, and it just never ceases to amaze me. But that feeling that you have is going to bring someone to you. If you already have someone in your life, it's going to strengthen that relationship. So a great, great week for you, dear Capricorn. Okay, now we're going to move on to Aquarius. Let's see what we have going on for you, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, this is a week for you to make some decisions in your life. And I feel like you're really looking at each road carefully. You're looking at, if I do this, I feel good. If I do that, I don't feel good. I should go down this road because it makes me feel good. I feel like for you this week, Aquarius, you're trying to decide how your road in life is going to manifest for you in the way that you feel that it should. And these are decisions only you can make. I feel like this is an internalizing week for you, Aquarius, because there are things in your life that possibly don't make you feel good, but you do them anyway, and you're questioning yourself now. Well, why do I do this in my life? Do I do it because I feel like I have to? Do I do it because I don't feel good enough to do anything else? Are there self-conscious things going on in your life? But then on the other hand, you say, well, when I do this, I feel great. I feel in control. I feel creative. I feel like I can make something out of my life. I feel solid. I feel abundant. So for you, it's just kind of compartmentalizing each section of your life. And this could be relationships, this could be in your job, this could be where you live, who your friends are, your relationships, your friendships. It's every part of your life. You're sort of like, okay, this I love in my life. This makes me feel like crap. Why am I doing this? This makes me feel excited. I feel creative, abundant. I feel like I can rule the world if I need to. Keep that. I'm going to keep that. Now, obviously, in your life, you can't have everything in your life that feels tremendous, because there are some things that we have to do in life that, you know, we have to get up and do the dishes. We have to do our laundry. We have to take care of ourselves. You know, there are some things that you have to just do to keep your life rolling. But I feel like that's not going to be in question to you. I feel like it's more the big things in your life. Who you're in relationships with. And that's all your relationships. What you do for a livelihood. It's all those bigger things. Where you live. And how you feel in each moment. Because I feel like for you, it's almost like making piles. Good and bad, good and bad. Okay, I like this relationship. I don't like this relationship. I like this when I do this type of job. I don't like this when I do this type of job. On a bigger level, because obviously not all relationships are milk and honey. You know, you have your ups and downs with that particular person. They're brought into your life to help you work out your own karma, your own journey. They're mirroring you so that you can grow from it. Believe it or not. And where you are in your life is who's going to show up for you to work those things out. If there's no one in your life, then you need to work on a different independent level through other means of relationship, through your friendship, through your family, through other means of relationships. But for you, this week is all about deciding what it is that you want to have and what it is that you don't. I feel like for some of you, though, some things may not be clear to you. And that's why I think there could be an undeciding factor here where you're not clear exactly. You want to be, but you're just not clear. So I hope that makes sense to you. It's a very internalized week for you, Aquarius, but it will be good because you'll get to see both sides of your life. Okay, now we're going to move on to Pisces. What do we have going on for you, Pisces, for this week? Oh, what? Wow, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, and sometimes when I lay the cards down, I get a specific message. I get this feeling from you that somebody may be trying to take something from you. I feel like this could even be in a business or relationship. Some of you going through a divorce right now, or you're working on a partnership agreement for a company. And I got this feeling right away about, I'm not going to let them win. I'm not going to let them take this. You know, they can't have everything. So that's why I'm feeling some of you might be going through a breakup. And I feel like it's in a committed breakup, like a marriage, because I feel like there's things that you don't want to let go of, whether it's a house or your possessions. There's certain things you don't want to let go of, and you refuse. And I feel like there could be a stalemate here where you're just, I'm not letting go of that. And the person's like, well, I want that. And it's that feeling this week of being stuck, because you're not willing to let go. You're not willing to, let go. Now that's very specific. And again, it could be in a partnership. So if you've been in a business with someone, you're not willing to let go, or you don't want to accept the change that's happening. So whether somebody just merged with you in a company, for example, there's new policies, new procedures, new ways of doing things, and you're like, nope, this is the way I've always done it. I've always done it this way. I'm not changing. I feel this Taurus energy of like, nope, I'm sticking my ground and that's it. I'm just not budging. It doesn't feel like Pisces energy to me naturally, but that's the type of week you're having anyway. It's just this, I'm not doing it and that's it. I feel this like feeling of you deserve something. So if you're in a contract or you have a contract and you're not willing to negotiate that contract with someone, you're not willing to give up certain things just to get the job or to get the client, you're just not willing. It's not worth it to you. That feeling like, you know what, I'd rather walk away than give up this because I work too hard or I value myself. Like I feel that you feel very valued this week, Pisces, in what you do, and you're not willing to let anybody take that away from you. And you know that you don't want to feel that anyone's playing you either. It doesn't matter to you. There's certain standards that you feel that you need to live up to, and that's it for you. That's all there is. You're just not doing it. And so this applies actually for a lot of people in a lot of situations. So if this does apply to you, if this is resonating with you, the advice here is to realize that it's okay sometimes. Because I'm feeling like it's not bad that you're holding on to things, but it depends on the situation. So if you are in a divorce or you're working on a contract with a company, you really have to think about if you're getting out of a relationship, do you want to move out of that relationship? Do you want to move on to your new life? Then you may have to give something up. But they have to give something up too. So that's where you have to find that win-win situation for both parties. And that applies to relationships, it applies to businesses and partnerships and even contracts. So if in the contract there are 3 things that you don't like, well, maybe you could have one thing and negotiate on the second thing. So they get one thing, you get one thing, and then negotiate on the second thing so that it's a fair way to resolve this or a fair way to move forward. And that's something you have to decide because you can't have it all. So if you're willing to walk away from a client or a business partnership, but you can't walk away from it because you gotta come to terms, and do you wanna drag it out for years or don't you? So you have to really figure out what it is that you can let go of, what you don't wanna let go of, and what you can negotiate. So hopefully that's clear to you, Pisces. I feel the energy strongly here, so if it does apply to you, just really take a chance and look into that and how that applies. So, okay, great reading for everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you for liking and watching and subscribing to my YouTube video. And check out my 30-day daily tarot reading where I go through a card a day. Helps you go through your day. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.